For endless aeons, this place has belonged to creatures of the night. Entrapped by cursed soil, they have been bound here, in the earth and under the earth. Just kind of hanging out. It gets quite homely after a while. But now, vile invaders, a middle-class suburban family, encroach upon their eternal home. Can they ward them off before it is too late? Can they convince them that something is wrong with this house? Hello and welcome to the Spice of Dice Halloween special, and I guess our first Spice of Dice one-shot, which is fun. I will be your GM for tonight. I'm Finn, for the record. I don't know if we have recognisable voices. I'm currently the only one speaking because I'm recording this much later than the rest on account of completely forgetting to introduce the game that we were playing. That game in question being Something is Wrong with This House by Landin. The rules will become self-evident as we go along. And you can find a link to the itch page of that to acquire it for yourself should you wish in the episode description. Did I say that in the right order? I think I've introduced everything important. My voice is going to change slightly now. We start with a sort of out-of-the-way old dusty mansion in a sort of clearing in the woods, quite far from civilization, and down a dusty road as the dusk approaches, the sun begins to set. Everyone's doing this, and I can't address it because it's only in the video.
Visual jokes on this podcast.
We love visual jokes in this in radio format.
Ben, join us for the topic.
No,
Ben, don't be a part
You're part of the team. Do the right thing.
And down this dusty road towards this mansion, a small family car trundles, and it comes to a stop outside of it, and a sort of traditional nuclear American family gets out. A tall, broad-shouldered.
Can they all look like you?
What?
Can they all look like you, Finn? Can they all look like you?
They actually can't, is the thing.
They all look like Finn. Imagine that, everyone. The little girl's just Finn in pigtails.
Our audience don't even know what I look like. The father sort of tall, broad-shouldered, square-jawed, uptight. The mother, the very sort of traditional 50s, the housewife type of up with appearances type thing. A teenage son, the sort of shock of blonde hair, a like future star athlete or valedictorian or what have you, and with teddy bear in hand, the small youngest daughter, the baby of the family, not an actual baby, I shouldn't have said that, gets out.
We're gonna scare an infant.
And they all look towards their new home, this slightly dilapidated, very ominous old mansion. And as they look towards it, we head inside as its inhabitants begin to rouse with the setting of the sun. Who wants to go first? Who are y'all?
Are we doing like introductions or like rounds?
The introduction scenes. Where do we first go?
The attic.
Okay, we head up into this sort of dusty attic. It's been a long time since anyone living has been here, so it has gone sort of mouldy and cobwebbed. Who do we find in this dusty attic?
We're having a family meeting.
Okay, is no one? Okay, I'll go first. If no.
Okay, you're leading the family meeting. Go.
Okay, cool. I want to say just like opening shot. We like start with like a rat that's like running around and skittering like over the floor, and like as he's about to go into like his little like hidey hole, you just see like a full hand come out and like grab it and yank it back inside, and then immediately afterwards you just hear the sound of like crunching, and then immediately afterwards, like the sound of like bone crunching and like flesh getting like ripped apart. You just hear a oh, sorry, I didn't have lunch. So as Cassandra starts to speak, I don't know if we're meant to have names.
Well, we do now.
Okay.
You don't have to have names, but I guess Cassandra has one.
Cassandra is the spirit that inhabits the house. You know, so if there's anything going on in this hallowed hall, she's gonna see it. Very nosy. I've had it since like very like you know, like a sitcom when you have like a very nosy neighbor. That's kind of like the vibe she has. But like she's a house. And she goes, "Okay, guys. You know, we've done a very good job of scaring off all the real estate agents, which I just want to say, good job, everyone. Team effort, yay. However, one family didn't get scared off by the bloody footprints. So we have a problem. What are we gonna do about it? Okay, because I saw them outside, and they're gonna start moving in. There's 4 of them. Any input would be appreciated."
As you ask for any input, you begin to hear cracking and splitting of wood, the creaking of floorboards, the smell of sulfur. If you guys can smell, you hear absolute hellish laughter that I can't do because I have a sore throat, arising from flickers and flames. You hear a sorry, asthma in a previous life. Look, I thought the bloody footprints were a pretty good touch, you know? I thought that would be enough. I don't know what you want us to do. Maybe we're just not as scary as we used to be, my guy. Maybe we're losing our touch. I don't know. And that is the voice of a demon that you hear, the demon that haunts this premises. He's been here extremely long, name forgotten unto time. All he knows is that his one mission is to keep people out of here. Maybe until the sun blows up. Who knows? But for now, he is stuck with all of these other creatures that haunt this domain. And I don't know, he's running low on ideas. He's also getting sick of this accent, but it's going to keep going. Absolutely.
It's too late.
Absolutely. Who's going next?
Sure. Okay, fuck. We doing American?
Sure.
We don't
I mean, it's set in America. You're a haunted doll. You don't have to be American.
I can be American. I can be American if I really try.
Oh,
I am terrified.
that was horrifying.
Hell yeah.
Happy Halloween,
I'm
guys.
very confident in my American accent. I can keep this up.
American Theo isn't real. He doesn't exist. He can't hurt you. American Theo.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, there are 4 of them, right? And there are 4 of us. I think if we can get him out.
As this new voice starts to echo in, what do we see here in the attic? Where is this emerging from?
So this voice is coming from just on top of a little wooden box, sitting in the corner. The camera pans to this dark corner, and you see just in like a beam of light from whatever hole or window there is in the roof, you see these tiny little porcelain feet just dangling over the edge of this box, and they're slowly clinking together. And as you look closer, you see a small little porcelain doll. She's pretty decent sized for a porcelain doll. She's got like a little blue frilly dress with little puff sleeves, and a little bow around her neck, and her hair is tied back in bunches or pigtails.
Is that like a little like ye olde bonnet to cover it up, or like no?
Ye olde bonnet.
No.
The cool bonnets we wear nowadays. I'm talking about real colonial.
I know. But it's like, are you like a little milkmaid or?
No, she's a little girl. So she's just
lady.
kind of doing her thing.
And what does the fourth member of our crew do?
So there's a gentle rumbling, as if the house had a stomach ache, and then gurgles. The attic door flies open, and a big beaming ball of blue light hams in like a pinball and it wrecks all the furniture. I'm sorry, but your box is being shaken. You know, a lot of chaos is happening. Things are flying around, and then I sat you on the center of the room.
I'm imagining Delilah sort of like, that's her name, by the way.
Aww, love it.
Like the box vibrates and she sort of rattles off and falls off sideways.
So, you know, actually, when you
Do
fall
you
off and
shatter?
a random hand catches you from the wall. Just...
Thank you, babe.
Thank you, doll.
I've shaken up the room physically, and I'm sorry for being late.
Hey
I
guys,
love
okay.
the accent, yes.
It's all right, man. When are you not late?
Way to make a fashionable entrance. Woo.
Thank you. It's in me to cause destruction wherever I go, to remind you of the feelings that lay within me that will not.
Why are you a pasta? Why are you a pasta? Get ready, guys. This is going to be the best episode of Spice and Ice yet. Ah, yes. The poltergeist, Dr. Umar.
The colonists come to our house, and we say no, Lord. When God was unhappy with the people, he sent in a flood, and so that we must do.
Pasta becoming a ghost.
And as you say this, you hear the front door downstairs click and unlock and swing open.
Ah, shit, they're here already. What do we do?
We scare him.
Yeah, but look, these people are seeming kind of unscarable. I mean, did you see the state we left this house in? The bloody footprints, the cracked windows. I'm pretty sure one of you guys managed to drag in a dead body from somewhere.
So, what did you say there?
Sorry, buddy. What did
People
you...
scared of a black person across the street. They will clutch their purse. They will hold their pearls, and they will quake in fear.
I get that. I get that. I love that. Yes. But like we really tried to spook them last time, and they still bought the house. So I guess go team. Let's really knock their socks off, okay? Yeah.
Look. You know I'm a fan, Cassandra. Cass, of your perky attitude. You're always optimistic, and I love that for you. But this is going to be a toughie, I'm telling you. This is not going to be a simple scare. They come in our home. They purchase our home. Sorry, I'm not going to continue that. When we're done, they're going to be sleeping with the fish. This is the worst episode yet.
We can do this.
Echoing up through the house, you hear, wow, Ellie, this really is good space. We could really turn this into something. We could take this wall down, make this an open plan kitchen, make this that voice sort of fades and echoes away.
Is this like actually? This is just set in like upstate New York or some shit.
Soil, guys, it's evil soil. So it's like New York, but like near Jersey.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with being from New Jersey.
No, there is something wrong with being from New Jersey.
We're a native New Yorker.
A native New Yorker.
So we hear them downstairs. Oh God, they're making plans already. We can't let them renovate. We can't lose those tiles in the kitchen.
You just know that they've got the worst taste of interior design we're ever gonna see. You remember the last folks? orange and green in the living room. It was disgusting.
And abomination. All the walls, they're already putting up live, laugh, love signs.
I want the wife dead. I want the husband dead. I want his kids dead.
Us doing impressions.
We've got to scare them right out of their gosh dang bodies.
No, Richard. I don't know if it's time to be putting up the decorations yet. There's still these all this red paint that's been left over. We still need to paint the walls before we can put things up.
Okay, guys,
Go to
they've
the
been in here 5 minutes too long. We gotta get out of here. All right, kitchen foist.
I mean, you can go to different rooms. You can be doing different. You don't all have to move as a group.
Then we're gonna spread out.
I mean, we could split up.
Okay, cool. How
So
do we...
yes, we move into the first phase of the game, dusk. The last dying light of the sun falls upon the house. The shadows grow long. What is each of your first moves?
I'm gonna fucking kill that wife because she's trying to mess with my freaking decor. Where is she?
Okay, we start with
Finger-
Cassandra. What is Cassandra doing?
I think I maybe want to observe them a little bit before I do anything crazy.
Sure.
I want to find the wife. Where is the wife?
Where is the wife? The wife is when you find her, she is now in the kitchen bringing in boxes of just full of live, laugh, love signs and nothing else.
Fucking damn it.
It feels like eventually you'll get to kitchen equipment and stuff, but for she's gotten 3 in and it's still just decorations. And yes, she's sort of pottering about, working on things, humming to herself as she goes. Yeah.
What exactly are my actions I can do, like mechanically? What is... I just try to scare her, or...
Yes, you can either scare a family member or aid another creature in their scaring. So to scare them, there are mechanics for how successful it is, but you just need to do something to scare them.
Cool. Great. So I can just describe what I do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Basically, so I imagine they're coming in at like night. It's like dark, it's already dark out. So
yeah, it's dusk. Yeah,
it's dusk. And it's one of those like kitchens where there's only like one light source. There's like one like fucking lamp, and like my poltergeist friend over here, well, there's like a temporary blackout. Like the light just turns off.
Mio, are you aiding?
Yes, I'm aiding.
Cool.
So I can go around and break all the bulbs and such.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they
the light bulbs shatter, and she just sort of looks up with stuff.
God did not invent electricity. The sun, source of light you need.
All the light bulbs break, and then I imagine as they get like a secondary light source, so I meant like a lamp or something, or like a candle, they see all like the word live outside of like the word live on the live, laugh, love signs have all been like scratched out, and it's like a fucking Wolverine. and they just hear like when someone like puts their nails on a chalkboard, they hear that, and that's what I do and try to scare them.
Okay. Well, yes. So you have 3d6, and then you're being given an additional d6 by Mio here. So you're gonna roll 4d6 and take the highest.
One fell off onto the floor. Oh, okay,
Excellent
wait.
start.
It landed. Okay, I got 2 2s and 2 6s. Hey.
Oh, 2 6s. You succeed, and the result of your fear die is doubled. Okay, so your normal fear die is just 1d6. So roll 2d6 now, and add them together.
Oh shit! I rolled another 2 6s.
Holy shit!
12.
So 12. So when
That's mom, bro.
So when you succeed, you roll the fear die that is taken off of that family member's resistance score. So you take 12 points off of the mother's score. So she, as she sort of lights this candle and brings it up and sees All these cardboard boxes have been torn open, and now the entire kitchen island is just covered, choked with these live, laugh, love signs, and they've all been broken apart into just a pile of the words "live" that has been scratched and torn apart, and she just screams in mortal terror, sort of careening backwards, dropping the candle, which falls and lights just like the hem of her dress on fire, and she goes running out of the room.
I think Cassandra just like whispers to the poltergeist, like, I'm like a feminist, but I feel bad.
Cassandra, the Lord put you on this earth to be a girl boss.
Okay, and as the wife goes running, screaming out of the kitchen, we have Izzi and Theo. What are you doing this round?
How am I supposed to top that?
Hey, I know I'm a tough act to follow, guys.
Okay, I want to see what are the youth up to? What are the two kids starting around our home up to?
The son started taking his things up to his room on the second floor, got one box into that, opened that, noticed the football, the American football was packed in the top of that, took it out, immediately got distracted, is now sort of out back in the yards, throwing that around, bouncing it off the wall by himself. I think that's a thing people do. That might be a normal football thing, not an American football thing, but he's doing that.
Really showing you American knowledge, dude, for sure.
I'm not American. What do you want from me? American football is a seal. Why is it round? It's not a ball. What are you talking about?
He's so patriotic. He's like whistling the national anthem to himself. He's thinking about what he's going to say in his valedictorian speech. Graduates from high school.
He's wearing a baseball cap, but backwards.
He's the all-American kid.
Fucking protector.
This is, I think, the 50s, so he's throwing it against the wall, thinking about how he's like to do this to all those communists, and then the daughter.
My was cutting out. What the fuck is that?
Where do you have that?
Where the hell did you get that from?
It's a prop. It's a
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
Communist?
For listening audience, Theo just held up a communist flag.
Wait. This is set in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Let's defeat them with communism.
Say something about
I'm
giving
gonna possess the sun. I'm gonna possess the sun.
I was gonna describe what the daughter was doing, but are you going for the sun?
No. I have a plan now.
Okay.
He's right on the merit in blood.
I'm gonna possess the sun. I'm gonna find the dad, and I'm gonna spew the most communist rhetoric I can have.
Go. Okay.
So are you trying to scare the dad then, and using possess on the son to help with that?
Oh my god, wait, the son is going through that scene and Get Out, where he's in the sunken place. He's also being a communist.
So
wait.
Yeah, the father comes out of the back door and looks over and says, Christopher, you're throwing the ball around out here, huh?
Christopher. What I like to imagine happens is that just before the son, he's going to turn around and be like, yeah, Dad, you want to join? He just feels this cold, looming presence over him. He's just freezes.
For audience reference, Izzi is using the ability Possession that the demon has once a game. Yes. Your wicked will takes hold of a malleable mind. Once a night, you can force a family member to aid you. It is 2 times as effective as other aid. Add 2d6 to your pool. So in this case, yeah, that takes the form of shaping the mind and words of this young boy. So what are you doing? Or what's he doing?
So he just feels this icy chill go down his back, and he just freezes in fear. His eyes roll back. any kind of playfulness in his body language has dissipated. And then he just drops the ball and walks up to his father, eyes kind of glazed over, looks him dead in the eyes, opens his mouth.
Our epoch, the epoch of the bourgeoisie, possesses, however, this distinct feature. It has simplified class antagonisms. Society as a whole is more and more splitting up into two great hostile camps.
And he just continues on like that. I'm not going to read anymore because this is long as fuck. And I've read it before already.
Okay, well,
And it just continues that way.
you are granted 2d6 from this, so roll 5d6 and take the highest.
Oh my god. Okay. Roll 5d6.
And also, if you roll multiple sixes, tell me, because other things happen.
I rolled 2 6s.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So 2 6s, once again, you succeed, and the result of your fear die is doubled. So roll 2d6 for fear.
2d6.
And add them together.
6. Ooh, that is 10.
Okay. It's very effective. You see this father sort of recoil in abject terror from his son, his own blood, speaking
Capitalist fear.
communist, these anti-American lies. What was that? 10 you rolled? So he has 10 taken off of his resistance as he
Heart attack. What is
He has a
sort of reels
fucking
back,
heart attack.
clutching his chest. He does have a minor heart attack, but he's fine.
I'd like to imagine that, like, I've stopped possessing the kid at this point, and he has no idea what's going on. His father's just looking at him like, I don't know who you are anymore.
Hey, Dad, are you okay? Are you? His father just sort of recoils back. He's pinned back against the door, clutching his chest. He says, "No," and disappears back into the house.
Oh,
And that was weird. And picks up his football and goes back to
old time, baby? You, what you up to? Delilah. Hey
Your
there,
demon.
Delilah.
Hey there, Delilah. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna kill you!
I don't know why I said that one in an American accent. I'm speaking as myself.
What you do to me?
Okay, so
Delilah, what?
how old is the daughter of the family?
Young.
Young? Yeah.
Somewhere between 4 and 8.
Okay. That works
That's
for
a
me.
big
Yeah.
jump.
You've not been human for a while. You can't quite remember
No,
how
that's
those
fair.
things
Yeah,
work.
she's one of them little ones. It's fine. Okay, so I'm assuming they've like brought in some of their bags and stuff by this point. Obviously,
I mean, yeah,
obviously
the child
the
hasn't brought the
priority
bags
would-
in, but
Huh?
the child hasn't brought the bags in. They're a small child and they cannot lift big bags. But some of their things
but
have been brought in. Yeah,
obviously the live, laugh, love boxes were like priority.
yeah, top
But-
priority.
But like,
Are
you
we
know,
in the 50s with live, laugh, love signs?
Yes.
Nice.
overnight bags and stuff have been brought in. So I want to find the room that like has the girls' stuff in. That's, you know, I want to find the girls' room, the bedroom.
Sure. Yeah. The
Um,
daughter is in a room her room's slightly larger than the son's room. It's at the sort of front of the house on the first floor. She is sitting. When you find her, she's sitting on the bed, which they were planning on changing things like the mattress and stuff of this bed. It's like rotted through and molding. I don't think they've realized that the daughter is in here. They're kind of distracted with their own things. She's sitting in the middle of that mattress, sort of playing with some dolls.
okay. So the door's open.
Mhm.
Okay, so I want to, when I get to the open door, I want to just sort of like stiffen up, so I'm like rigid like a doll, and then sort of fall over sideways, just like tip, so that I fall into the open doorway.
Sure. Okay. You sort of clatter to the ground in the doorway, and the daughter looks over to the door, and her two dolls that she's been just bashing off of each other, she puts down on the mattress and sort of wriggles over swings her little legs over the side of the bed and sort of vaults off, which she has to do because this very low bed is about as tall as her. And she sort of waddles over to the door where she sees you lying in the doorway.
I want to. So if I'm imagining I'm sort of lying on my back and staring up at her, and I just want to start off friendly, and I say to this little girl, "Will you be my friend?"
This little girl sees this doll lying there, and its head sort of turns like 270 degrees around to look at her and speaks out loud. And she looks at you, narrows her eyes. I'm going to say, before I describe what happens, go ahead and roll. So you have your thing, a full sense of security, so the first time you attack a family member, you get an extra 1d6 on them. So roll 4d6 here and take the highest.
Okay. I 4, 6, 3, 2.
Okay, so 1, 6. You succeed in causing fear. Okay.
Offering about this little girl, bashing her two dolls together like any normal, healthy young woman.
To be fair, he didn't. Don't lie.
Not me. I treated my brat's dolls like a queen.
She sees you talk to her and just kind of cocks her head slightly to the side and comes over and sort of kneels down next to you and is just sort of looking at you. But what are you doing?
Will you play with me? And my
I hate this so much.
I'm imagining that my mouth does not move. Like, my face is still. She just hears this voice coming from the doll.
She slowly reaches out to pick you up. And she picks you up and brings you over towards her.
I think we're going to be great friends. And the head does a full 360 spin.
And she goes, not yet, and puts you down, and as your head sort of spins back around to look at her again, she is gone. She has used her feature, safely hidden. Once per game, the daughter can hide to escape from creatures. To find her again, a creature must roll 3d6 and get 5 or higher, or at least 2 on the dice. And she is gone from this room.
Okay, I started pretty
It's the girl creepier than the doll. There's something wrong with that little kid.
I kind of wanted to, like, actually gain her trust, but then, like, I didn't think that would.
Oh, that bitch! That's
really
them spiting words. Them spiting words.
I feel like I would have had to just like do nothing and just be a doll, but that felt boring. So.
But you did succeed in scaring her. So roll 1d6.
And I am now in her room.
Yes.
Mingling. That was a 4.
Okay, so
I'm blending right in.
Yes.
Is what I'm doing.
You scare for 4. Okay, that is the first round. Dusk passes the last embers of daylight disappear over the horizon as we move into nightfall. What is everyone doing as darkness shrouds the house?
I feel like we would like regroup and be like, okay, guys, status report. Status report, guys.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. So, me and the pastor, we scared the wife, and I'm gonna be real, I kind of feel bad. I feel really bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for the dad next time. Her scat was on fire. I really scared the. I think I scared a lot out of her. I think she might be praying. I don't know.
It was a skirt for a harlot, and it will be in hell where she deserves to lay, showing her kneecaps and ankles for the world to see.
Okay, Pastor, we love you, but you can't slut shame. I'm not gonna let you slut shame inside my I need you to apologize. I need you
haunting
to
and murder
apologize.
we can take. Listen, we may be demons, but sex work is real work, okay?
Okay, Pastor, I just need you to apologize to like all women, like right now. Okay?
Specifically me, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah,
No more
say
sleeping,
that.
not in my house.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, women.
Okay.
Thank you. Was that so
Thank
hard?
you. Okay, now we can move forward and with scaring this family. Okay, so me and Patrick did a good job scaring the mom. Okay, Delilah, Demon, what's going on?
Well, I've infiltrated their ranks, and guess we'll see where it goes from there. I'm slipping. My brain wants to do Harley Quinn, and it's not. I'm not letting it happen.
It's a slippery slope, fellas.
I learned, guys. Key thing: they hate the commies. Absolutely despise them. If you could have seen the heart attack I gave that father when I possessed his son, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I gotta keep doing more hunts like that. Yeah, the dad, from the sounds of it, couple more good scares, he's out of here. The son, though, the son will need a bit of spooking, but I can still use him. I can still use him to get to the father.
We can use that communism. Okay, everyone, keep that on.
We can use that communism.
That communism. Okay, word of the day: communism. Try and use it. Okay,
Let's
So
all
with-
stick together
with-
now.
Communism.
communism.
So with communism on the mind.
Spice of Dice
Um,
indoctrinates that audience.
So with communism on the mind, where do each of you go at the start of the Nightfall round?
Is anyone planning on using their like ability this round? Because I have an ability that means I can trap two people in the same room. So you can
Ooh.
stab two people in one round. If anyone has a thing that's like super scary they want to do.
So the daughter's like definitely like she left the room.
You have no idea. You
Okay.
saw her. She dropped you, and as soon as you were looking back up at her, she was gone.
Okay.
She just didn't seem to be in the room.
Maybe we should like really finish off the parents.
I have you.
Because I have a thing that can get several people.
Okay.
I will say, Theo, as you're still there in the daughter's room, you hear the father sort of staggering up the stairs outside and passing by daughter's room. It seems like he might be sort of coming to find the daughter, but you're not sure.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So what's the play? What are people doing?
I think I want to stay here for now.
Okay.
I want to scare both the parent. Anyone want to team up with me? Wait, Pastor, what's your ability again? What's your thing?
Unseen rage. What I've lost invisibility, I make up for in pure force. I'm loud, rattling anger is enough to frighten several family members at once when they are present in the same room. But you must rest for the next round if I do so. So if you can get multiple people in the room, I can give them a spook.
Hey, but doesn't your ability get multiple people in the room anyway?
No, it requires multiple people to be in the room.
Ah, I see.
So
Okay,
if
cool.
I'll be able to use it.
Okay, cool. So I think I know what happens. I think it's like the dad is walking around just trying to get rid of the communism in his brain, and the mom is still like walking around like she's got on the file of her skirt.
The mother is. I will say, if you're trying to find her, the mother doesn't seem to be around any of the main rooms. You eventually find her sort of collapsed in a heap, sobbing in a airing cupboard. So that's where she is.
That's fact. Okay, great.
And the father is sort of wandering around on the first floor landing. It seems like he's heading towards the daughter's room.
Is there any way I can like corral him to like walk past the cupboard? I turn on a random TV and like football, tracks American suburban dads, and he smells bacon. or something.
If we're doing this, Theo, did you want to engage with the father coming into the daughter's room, or should we be trying to do that first and then, or what are you thinking?
Wait, is that just like another family member near the cupboard? That would just make what I'm doing easier. Sorry, Garrett.
I was kind of just thinking about like bringing one of, or maybe both of the parents into this room. I mean,
it seems like the father is sort of heading in there already, but beyond that, the father is heading in there. The mother is in the airing cupboard. The son, it's gotten dark now, and he's decided to head back inside, so he's downstairs. The daughter is still nowhere to be seen. None of you have eyes on the daughter.
Okay.
Actually, wait, I would have eyes on the daughter because of my thing. It says I know every corner of this house. Like I am the house. Would I know anywhere where she is? Or
that's fair. Specifically, the wording of her ability is if a creature wants to find them, they must roll 3d6 and get 5 or higher on at least 2 of the dice. So you can roll 3d6 to try and find her. It's not your action, for the record. It's just cool. I think you can do.
Okay, 3d6. I need to get at least 5 or higher on both.
On at least 2, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I didn't do that. I got a 2, 1, and a 6. Sorry, guys.
You do not have eyes on the daughter. You don't know better.
Wow, I cannot feel her presence. She's a real spicy one. Good luck with that, Delilah. Does the son walk past the cupboard the mom's in at any point?
Yeah, I'd say he probably does as he's heading back towards his room, sort of bouncing the ball still. Okay, is that a thing you can do with American football? I don't know.
No, they're like rugby balls.
Yeah.
American football?
They're shaped like rugby balls. You can't just bounce them.
just throwing the ball and it bounces around the balls and catching it again. Anyway, yes, the son is walking not directly past, but near the airing cupboard.
So I imagine like the son walks past the door and the mom is still weeping. The door randomly flies open and these like hands that like come out of shadows throw him into the cupboard with the mom, and suddenly all the shelves that are like holding like hidden goods get all like sharp and jaggedy, almost like kind of like teeth. And like I don't know, what did the pasta do to like add flavor to this creepy as fuck cupboard they're like thrown into?
So you trap them?
Yeah, they're in a room.
Unseen rage. Okay. Well, what is the contents of this cupboard? What am I working with?
For the record, Faisa, are you trying to aid the pastor, or are you trying to scare the son, and in doing so bring him into the place so the pastor can scare him?
I'm aiding the pastor in this round.
Okay.
So I'm just dragging the son into this creepy as fuck. I imagine he just like trips on a limb, just like a random floor limb.
Floor limb?
A good old floor limb.
I imagine
one of Cassandra's limbs up out of the floor. You know,
it's just a lot going on. You know what I mean? I imagine he trips on like a hand or something. I grab his ankles and he falls into the cupboard, and like he almost kind of like lands on his mom, and like he's like placed perfectly where he makes eye contact with like a random eye in the fucking cupboard. And that is how he
trips and falls towards a cupboard that's flying open. As it's flying open, she's in a heap on the floor. As soon as he lands in there, she has already managed to get up to her feet, to wipe all the tears out of her eyes, grab a broom, and act as if she was doing something. And she goes, "Oh, Christopher!" As he goes, "Whoa!" and she goes flying in there. Pastor,
not the
what are you doing?
Toxic femininity.
Oh my god!
That's her ability. That's how I hate her.
Okay, Pastor, scare him.
What is in the cupboard? What things?
There
even real?
is what?
Is even real? What is
Yes. So yeah, there's like a gas boiler thing, I suppose, in here. Then there's some brooms and things in there. There's some cobwebs. There's some of the demons, classic bloodstains that they're ignoring. And there is the mother and now the son sprawled in, having fallen here. And they are entirely inside. The doors are currently open because Faisa opened them to get him in there, but you could close them.
So the pastor, this lovely pastor poltergeist, is going to make the boiler make like a screaming kettle noise. Like, this is dangerous. We're gonna get some mishap with this boiler, but it won't explode yet. So we're gonna do some like a weird screechy sound there. We're gonna have the brooms flying around. Any other objects sort of slamming against the walls, enough to like shake them on their feet, and like they would have to dodge all this mess flying around them because it might, brew to the face. Won't be fun.
Are you leaving the doors to their end cupboard open, or are they slamming closed?
Oh, they're slamming closed. That I'm stucking them in this cupboard. Word, but yeah.
Okay, roll 4d6 since you're getting an extra one from Faisa.
A 5, a 3, a 3, and a 1.
A 5, a 3, a 3, and a 1. Okay, so a 5. A 5. You succeed in causing fear. One of these days, one of your motherfuckers is going to get a setback or something, but not yet. Okay.
I hope not.
So you roll just one more d6.
4.
Okay. You scare them both for 4. Ooh, boy. Okay. So the boiler is sort of hissing and rattling. The rooms have the doors slam shut on them. The brooms, as soon as they're in the dark, start sort of levitating and bashing around this room. The mother has less than 4 resistance left. So she uses absolute denial. If you keep things together well enough, no one will ever know. Once per game, the mother can ignore one instance of fear entirely. This ability cannot be used to creature
What's
fear
in the
more than
mental
1/6.
illness?
That is not healthy.
Delirious girl.
Oh boy.
Delirious girl.
So the son is just screaming. He makes it worse because he was holding a football, and so he immediately throws that, and that bounces off of the rattling boiler and makes it make a horrible sound and bounces back in his face and knocks him over again. And his mother just sort of stands up straight and goes and sort of bats away the brooms and sort of catches them floating around this place and goes and catches them, pushes them back where they're supposed to be, and says, "No, Christopher, it's all right." And pushes the doors open, and he's screaming on the ground. It's quite all right. It's just how they're supposed to. There's nothing ominous about that. And she sort of pats the boiler, which makes a sound, and says, "No, let's get you along now. It's getting late." But yes, the son has been very scared, and the mother has ignored it because that's the thing she can do.
Oh wow, and we're just living it.
And so yes, she gets her son up, and they head away. Where we going next? Theo, do you want to be dealing with the father up in
Yes.
the room?
So
Cool. Yes. So the father's coming up. He looks very shaken, and he sort of comes onto the landing. He's sort of leaning against the banister, still hand on his chest from the minor heart attack he had 3 minutes ago. And he looks over at the open door to his daughter's room. He says, "Oh, Grace, is this my voice? No, is this his voice? Grace.
It was a bit like deep.
Grace?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Grace.
And he sort of steps over and leans in and is looking around and can't see her, but he is now standing sort of directly in front of you in the doorframe. What are you doing?
Can I have like done something before he gets here?
Yes.
Okay.
You heard him coming up. You could
I
have
heard him
moved
coming up.
before he. Yeah.
What are the dolls made out of? Are they like
You or the dolls on the bed?
the dolls on the bed?
I need to look something up. Wait.
I can't think of the word. It's like squishy, like with stuffing inside, or
50s you have like hard plastic dolls, but they're still basically just porcelain dolls, but made of plastic. They're hard things. I suppose their bodies are just essentially fabric bags with beads in them. And then they have heads and arms and legs attached to that fabric bag. At least that's what that kind. I as a child had one of those dolls, and that was what that was like. So I assume that's what it's like.
Okay. Before he has come up here, I feel really bad about this. Okay, it's an old house. It's kind of crumbling. I imagine that. Oh, I wouldn't have like worked a nail loose, but like there's some kind of.
You're not going for scaring the dad. You're going for murdering the dad. He had a heart
I'm
attack,
going
and now he's gonna.
I'm going for scaring the dad. I have whatever kind of sharp object I have in my possession.
Yeah, you've worked a nail out of the floorboards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have ripped open the like torsos of these dolls, and their insides are spilling out onto the bed, and I hide the nail underneath my skirt, and I am sitting just in the middle. Carnage around me. Their little doll corpses strewn about, and I am sitting on the bed.
Okay, he sort of sets in there and says, "Grace, where has she gone?" And he notices that in the corner. Is this your attempt to scare him? Are you rolling for this, or is anything?
No. This is
okay.
This is like bringing. Okay.
You're setting this in.
Yeah, he looks over and sees that, and goes, "There she goes at it again."
Oh, okay. You get closer.
Hello.
Yeah, he's like, moved into the sort of center of this room, so he's near to the bed.
Okay.
Stab him with the nail.
That's kind of my thinking. If he's to like turn around and
ankle the ankle.
Oh yeah, so he walks and he sees that. He briefly sort of leans over to look under the bed to see if she's hiding under the bed, and then sort of looks up and turns around again.
I would like to throw the nail at him, please.
I mean, I don't have rules for like direct
violence,
melee combat in this game, so just roll, I guess, 3d6.
They can possess people. They can do shit like that. Everything I can do is physical.
Okay.
So it's either I can either like gaslight people, or I
the best superpower.
Actually physically attack them.
I mean, okay, roll 3d6 then.
5, a 1. Where did my third one go? And a 2. Okay, my highest was 5.
Okay, you succeed in causing fear. Roll 1d6.
Come on.
Gavin.
That's a 2. I'm imagining it just sort of like, I throw it and it like bounces off his back.
He's sort of leaning over, looking under the bed, and you turn and just throw the nail, and he's looking down, so I suppose it hits him in the face, like just below the eye, and he's sort of yells and recoils back, clutching his face, and swiping it away. You see the nail has hit just below his eye and like left a gash sort of across his face, and he sort of yells, looking around. And
when were tetanus shots introduced? I'm sorry.
God.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Die
Google it.
from tetanus, not how the game ends.
Yeah, that man's got tetanus.
I don't know, Faye, did they give you like a
Okay,
constitution
1920s.
score?
The early 1920s.
Oh, yeah,
is
the 20s.
No, but
he doesn't have that. He doesn't believe in
He's
vaccines.
anti-vax.
Of course not.
He has
So he sort of recalls back, clutching his face, and looks around, and says, "The Ellie, there's pieces of the ceiling coming loose in here. We can't have grace in this room." And he goes glumping off out of the room again, clutching his face in agony, blood sort of streaming down that side of his face.
Well, that was a disappointment.
He's looking bad. He's looking real. He was in very high spirits coming in here, and he was already very low. So coming to you, he'd already been hit with the shock of communism. But you sort of chip away at his resolve a bit further. And speaking of the shock of communism, Izzi.
Hey,
what
it's me,
Look, sorry,
the devil. Okay, so I have already used my ability. So can people be scared like multiple times? Because we can't find. Can I attempt to like?
You can.
look for the daughter?
If someone else has scared
Or-
someone the same round, you can still scare them again.
Can I like attempt to look for the daughter, or is that just out of the question?
Yeah.
What would I do? In order
Roll
to-
3d6. You're trying to get 5 on at least 2 of these.
Okay, nice.
We probably have a higher chance of finding her if we all tried.
Yeah. Well, I've already. Yeah, no, I rolled a 4 and 2 2s, so.
No, that girl ain't. She's gone. Who knows where she go?
Can we all try to find her? There's 4 of us, goddammit.
There's
We'll
4 of
get
us.
to where she is.
Just 4 of us.
So what is the demon doing?
What is the mother up to?
The mother, after completely ignoring the very supernatural experience she had down in the cupboard with her son, she sends him off to his room, and she's going about sweeping up, dusting and things. The hem of her skirt is still like blackened and singed from when it got set on fire earlier, and she's just kind of ignoring that too.
Sorry, is that why Mio was like, "You harlot," showing your knees?
They said it was too short, and then we had them.
It's a full length dress. I mean, even now that it's singed, it doesn't get up as far as the knees. But yes,
I can imagine like the 50s-esque like dress.
Yeah.
Let's try and traumatize this poor woman more, shall we?
So bad. I feel like we've done so much to this poor young woman.
Okay, all right. Who do I go for instead then?
No. I bless you. Go ahead and scare this woman. I favor the person feel bad. She's probably racist. It's fine.
It's the 50s. She's probably racist. I feel like I could just implant some spooky little visions in this woman's mind as a treat, you know? As a treat.
Really fucked up, because if she talks to anyone about it, they'll just say she's hysterical.
Wait, so has she seen like kind of what the creature looks like, or parts of the creature, or would that be the son who saw
The
what
creature?
the creature? Oh wait, no, Faisa, what are you again? Sorry, are you the creature in the walls, or what are you?
Creature in the wall.
Okay,
No,
yes.
The son got grabbed by a shadowy. Oh no, he got tripped up by a shadowy hand. So I don't think he saw it either. But she didn't. She hasn't seen any of it.
No one has seen me. I've just done random shit so far.
Yeah. The things Faisa has done have been, lights have broken, and think people have tripped into things, and that no one's seen Faisa yet. We're still not entirely clear on what
I know.
Faisa is, honestly.
A creature in the
Yes.
walls.
Buy me dinner first and find out.
I could just start like drawing like hellish pentagrams like just all over the house.
Oh yeah, you could.
I could do that. Or I could just put visions in her head that there's like all these pentagrams everywhere, but only she can see them.
Okay, so yeah, she's so downstairs going about sweeping up, scrubbing bloodstains off of things, sort of whistling to herself, scrubbing all your great, wonderful bloodstains that you put there for her, just scrubbing them away. What are you doing?
Yes, I would say that I go and find her, and being the demon that I am, this accent can't go on any longer. I'm going to end something.
It's so good.
It's not. It's really not. It's the worst thing ever.
It's so good though.
It's not. And being the demon that I am, I can inflict some, hellish imagery on this poor, unsuspecting 50s housewife. I start scribbling. I can do multiple at the same time. I'm a demon. I start just as if you were to like pan around this house, just at least a couple times, maybe 4 or 5 times on each wall, spread out pretty randomly, you begin to see like pentagrams like etched in as if done like soldered into the walls, like as if you like had a lighter or like a hot stick and just started like burning pentagrams into the walls, and just everywhere within line of sight. Like as you turn around and you look at a new wall and you can't avoid them. They're on the ceilings, the floor, the walls, the tiles, the doors, everywhere.
Okay, roll 3d6.
Ooh. That's 2 6s so far, and a 2.
Okay, 2 6s. You succeed and the result of your fear die is doubled, so roll 2d6.
I keep critting on the mum.
Hot dice. Because this is the 50s and I hate women.
Okay.
Double 6s, baby!
Holy shit.
What the hell?
Yes! This woman
is dead! Get out of my house!
Okay, yeah,
Out of my house!
She's looking around. She's sort of starting to hyperventilate. The father sort of comes down the stairs and sort of looks over as she starts to sort of scream about these pentagrams and things. And he uses his ability, Rational Thought. Once per game, the father can use his unshakable belief in rational explanations to help another family member. Roll 1d6 and add the resulting number to the resistance track of that other family member. So he looks around and says, "No, come on now, Ellie. There's nothing there. You're just delirious. You're hysterical. You've been up too long. You need to get some rest." He adds 2 to her resistance, and then you take off 12 from the 5 resistance she had left.
Destroyed.
So at a cool -7, she... I mean, I'm going to put this to you. What happens to the mother?
As she's trying to shake off all the supernatural things that she's seen this evening, she's trying to rationalize it all. She's trying to be like, yes, my husband is right. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in this. Everything's fine. It's fine. And then she starts to see the etches of pentagrams. They engulf her. They engulf her vision, reflect off her eyes. She's no idea what is real and what is fake. She collapses to her knees, screaming, pulling at her hair, going, "They're everywhere! They're everywhere! We can't stay here anymore!" And she is just screaming hysterically. She's absolutely hysteric.
Okay, that is the end of...
She has gone cuckoo for
the nightfall round.
She's insane.
Psychosis forever.
And the clock strikes midnight. The son has gone away to bed. The father has, seeing his wife collapse, screaming and broken on the floor, images of horrible demonic things scattering into her mind. Well, she just needs to get some rest, and has carried her up to bed. It'll be all right in the morning, and gone to bed. The clock strikes midnight as we move into the midnight round. What's everyone up to?
Do we want to have
find
another
the
ghost meeting?
Oh, you can't. You don't have to do that every time. You can just
I think it's
keep
fun
the
if
story
you, like,
moving.
debrief.
Diversity lost. The woman is gone.
God. Okay, yes, I think what room do we meet in? I think we all just meet in like the empty living room.
Yeah, everyone's gonna upstairs,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, Cassandra goes, hey guys, I hope everyone had a great hour. So me and the pastor did
It's
our
been more than an
best.
hour. It's midnight now.
Has it been more of an hour? Whatever.
These aren't hours. These are phases. But yeah,
However long the phase was.
yeah.
Yeah, me and the pastor tried to scare the dad, and no, how stop, dad.
No, you and the pastor tried to scare the mother and the son.
Son,
Yeah.
right? I'm you know, Pastor, you take this.
Yes.
I'm really tired. I don't like having windows inside me. It is really just messing my brain.
Hey, it's been a long night.
Okay, it's a long night. Wait, okay. So does anyone have any words of note? Any like updates that are really important so far?
Well, I may have lost the daughter. The little girl, the little ratty one. Yeah, I had her and then I didn't. So we should probably find her.
We'll find her. We'll find her, Delilah. That's great. That's great. Anybody else? I had a lot of screaming.
Not to toot my own horn, but I think I may have driven the mother to the absolute brink. You know, she's a little, you know, I think she's done.
Okay, well, great job, Demon. I don't know. Do we want to end this little meeting with a prayer from the pastor before we get back out there, team?
Let us all get into a prayer circle and remember from whence we came and from whence we will take them. Let's go, and we will serve them fear from God in their hearts. Amen.
Fear!
I love how the pastor and the demon are completely fine with each other.
The devil is God's son.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
I've read
it's not a
parts of
lie,
the
not a
Bible from
lie.
the internet.
It's sure. Okay.
I make a perception check for the fucking daughter. Find her and scare the shit. She has her ability. Therefore, she has nothing to defend her. Not that she's hidden. So can I roll the perception 3d6?
Yeah, you can try and scare the daughter. You can feel her presence, but you're not sure where exactly she is. But you can.
And I need wasn't the
Oh,
roll
yeah, I
like,
suppose that's an easier way to do this. You can roll the check thing again.
God fucking damn it! It's a 5, 3, and 2. Shit. Okay, I guess I'm going for the boys. Okay, I know how I'm gonna scare them. Okay, I'm gonna use my skill omnipresence so I can get 2 family members. Okay. So the dad and the son are in bed, right?
They're all. Everyone other than the daughter is in bed because the mother was carried up to bed, even though she's in whatever state she's in. So yeah, they're all in.
And they're both in beds. And I imagine like both their beds are like near a wall and like, their eyes are closed and stuff. And I use 2 of my mouths.
What does that mean?
Sorry about it. This is happening simultaneously. Okay. So I use 2 of my mouths. Okay. And like so I'm like this mouth is coming out of like a crack and it's like and the voice I'm speaking in, it sounds exactly like their voice. And
like the other's voice or the one you're
no. So like if I'm talking to the dad, the voice that comes out sounds like the dad. And if I'm talking to the son, it's like the son. So I'm kind of like thoughts. I just kind of like start whispering like, maybe I like guys.
Whoa!
Like gay thought.
Hello.
The red scare was the thing, but so was the lavender scare, guys. Think about that.
Go ahead and roll Do you all I think you roll separately for both.
I'm just implanting gay thoughts.
Wonderful. Your two sort of core pieces of this group's strategy: weaponized communism and weaponized homosexuality.
Yeah, like some internal homophobia. I'm gonna use it. Bother 3d6. Dang. Okay, I only rolled a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Okay. So
Really set in his sexuality.
So your highest is a 4. So you succeed and cause fear, but suffer a minor setback. So minor setbacks. Okay, so I'll give you the minor setback. The next time you cause fear, your result is halved.
Shit.
Actually, if you're saying that one first, I think we'll apply that to the sun. So yeah, you scared. So roll 1d6.
I rolled 2. God damn it! Why?
Okay, so you scare the sun for 2, but not that much because
He already knew he was
sun
gay.
maybe is gay anyway.
This is something that he has already considered very deeply.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not too
he's
different to how his normal state of being. He's learned to deal with the gay thoughts. So
Silence and terrible thoughts.
so next roll for the father. Roll another 3d6.
I rolled 3 4s. What's going on?
Okay, so once again you succeed in cause fear, but suffer a minor setback.
Oh, this sucks.
So I'll say you can't accept aid on your next roll. There's no minor setback. I'll give you there. But yeah, roll 1d6 and the result will be halved because of the last setback.
I rolled a 6 this time, so 3.
Cool. Okay.
Now you come through.
You just get, oh boy. The father
What?
is lying in bed and one of these mouths starts to whisper strange gay incantations into his ears.
You are crying.
Fuck out the way when you see
starts
me.
to
I'm rolling with the
whisper.
LGBT.
And he starts to whisper references to things, to terminology that won't exist for another 30 years into his ears.
It's just like, you don't like fucking your wife. Think about it.
And he sort of
Think
sits
about
up.
why Todd from accounting looks so hard and the fact that he has a nice ass.
He
Remember Jim
sits
from
up
church.
in bed. These thoughts of Ted from accounting plaguing his mind. And he sort of scrambles to find a candle. Just going, who's there? Who's there? What's... and
It's Ted from accounting.
more sort of
What's his name?
whispers. The father's name is Richard. More sort of whispers feel like they're coming from the back of his mind.
I see the way you look at me, Richard. I know.
Of gay things, followed by thoughts of communism and
That sweet ass.
Oh, he
and-
doesn't make gay.
Of Ted's sweet ass.
and communism and the perhaps the American military is bad sometimes. And he screams out in mortal terror.
Christianity
He
is
had
flawed.
3 resolve left. So you take him all the way out. He sort of collapses to his knees and drops this candle that he's picked up onto the bed, and the bed is lit in flames. And as both him and his wife both laying there completely mentally destroyed and out of it as the flames consume them, and they begin to be burned alive.
So killing them
That's
is
either, right?
completely an option.
This would go.
But killing them sort of happened incidentally.
But like we can
This is
kill
not
them.
at all
and
where I
we-
thought.
Oh, but we don't want to destroy the
would
house.
go.
Like we don't want the house to burn down. This is our home too.
But yeah, that is
kind
a
of
fire
me, so it'd
has
be nice if you
started
didn't.
in
We
the
have
master bedroom.
the children.
If we die in the house, they'll probably turn into ghosts, and it's already cramped as it is.
That
I'll
is-
be like, hey guys.
That is something. They
hey.
are starting to alight in flames. If you the cursed ground that trapped you here might trap their spirits here too. So if you don't want these people here for all eternity, you might want to do something about that.
Shit.
Okay.
Now,
So the pastor, the doll, and the demon all have actions this round. You can try to scare someone, or you can, I guess, try to deal with the situation in the master bedroom if you don't want to be stuck with Richard for all eternity.
Where are the children?
Oh God. Parents die, we're gonna be stuck with a gate in the closet and a basic bit. Is that really who you want to be with for all eternity, guys?
Basic bitch.
just saying, ghosts generally require some unfinished business to like be ghosts. His is entirely that he didn't get to tap that ass.
I never got to tell Ted how I feel.
So yeah, Mio, the son is asleep in his bed, being whispered gay incantations, and
Totally
the
repressing it.
the daughter roll. Do the daughter roll. Roll 3d6 and try to get
Do the thing.
5 or more on 2.
I didn't scared the daughter yet, like at all.
I got 5 for 4.
Plus each time.
Oh.
Okay, you. So you're going off to find the daughter. Where do you think you're searching?
I guess somewhere upstairs.
You're searching around upstairs, and as you're sort of floating incorporeal through this space, you hear the creak of a wooden board overhead, as if there's something in the attic.
Uh-huh. I see. So I venture into the attic.
You throw the trap door up into the attic open and slowly float up into there and look around. It seems to be just as empty and dilapidated and cobwebbed, as homely as ever. You can't see a child up here.
Okay.
At least not at first glance.
Alright. Well, I will return to the boy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lift him in his bed into the air, fly him around. I hope he can hold on tight.
Okay.
He hears gay thoughts and then starts flying.
And then gets, I guess, flown around the room on his bed. He goes on a little magical journey. Go ahead and roll 3d6.
Ooh. I got 5, 3, 4.
Okay, your highest is a 5, so you succeed in causing fear. Roll 1d6 for fear.
5.
Okay. The bed sort of levitates into the air. What exactly are you doing to this bed, to this young boy?
I'm lifting the bed into the air, spreading him around like a whippet. And I guess all his things and stuff can, tear around the room. Like
Okay, he snaps awake, going, "I'm not here. I wasn't." And he's sort of pulled up. The covers come flying off of him. He is floating above in this room as everything sort of tears around him. Yeah, what do you think?
Like, when he floats in a room, at first I have the objects from the room arranged into homosexuality is a sin, and then I fling him around.
So everything in this room is flying around in like a hurricane, and then it all converges into the words homosexuality
is a sin.
So, the pastor is both a misogynist and homophobic.
What do you get? 5 on your?
Yes.
The son had 4 resolve left, So, what happens to the sun as the
Can he run away to?
he can't run away. He's floating 15 feet in the air.
He can try.
I mean, everything's still flying around. Yeah, I'm gonna say he like screams out in terror and just being thrown around. He's finally just thrown towards the window of the room and just smashes clean through it and disappears out into the night.
Why are you killing them?
He's not necessarily dead.
He's either strong out the all-American gay boy.
Strong, strapping young lad. He's an athlete. He can get thrown backwards through a plate glass window on the first floor of the house and survive that.
No, he's dead. He's dead.
He
Sorry.
can get thrown through a window.
You killed a child,
That sounded good for him.
So he's thrown.
His football career is over. How is Christopher supposed to get his scholarship now, Finn?
He's thrown there. Everything in the room is sort of set back down. Demon, Cass, and Delilah, you all hear outside something like a hard thump into metal, and then the car alarm goes off outside.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, no.
He's dead. What? He's fucking dead.
Can someone check the kid's pulse?
He's dead. There's no pulse to check for.
So Delilah and Demon, you still have actions. You hear the car alarm going off outside. You start to see a sort of red-orange glow emitting from one end of the house.
Shit, fuck.
You still don't have eyes on the daughter.
Shit.
Guys, they cannot
Okay,
die.
can we both-
We will get more roommates.
Where do we know the daughter isn't?
Where is she? Isn't she?
Where is the daughter not? Where?
The daughter is not where you are currently or within any of your sight lines.
Okay, can I roll for this?
You can both
Try
roll.
and find it. What do I need to get?
Roll to try and find them. You roll 3d6. You're trying to get more than 5 on
Okay.
at least 2.
Okay,
5 or
that's-
more, rather.
I rolled 1 6 and just a 6.
Damn, still. And Theo, what'd you get?
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Just roll 3d6.
Oh. 6, 1, 5.
Ooh.
Finally. Okay. So,
Ooh.
so Delilah, you're still. Are you like actively searching for the daughter still? Is that what you've been up to?
Yeah.
Cool. So the others are having trouble finding them. You eventually end up sort of higher up in the house. You had to get Cassandra to give you a lift with some of her hands, and you end up. You're like looking around in the attic, and then you remember that there's a bit of the house that you rarely sort of interact with. It's sort of out of the way. You remember there's a sort of there are like little crawl spaces out of between the attic. You remember there's the room that the girl was in. There's a way into the crawl spaces from there, and you sort of head over to that and put your porcelain ear to that, and you hear the echoing through the crawl spaces, a little shuffle of small human feet.
Okay. She's called Grace, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to just like getting as close as I can. I want to sort of like drag my feet. So I'm like walking, like pacing back and forth in front of the crawl space. And I'm dragging my feet a little bit so that she can hear my tinkly little porcelain footsteps.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
You hear her like shuffling stop.
Okay. I want to say, Gracie, I thought you were gonna play with me. You said you would play with me.
Hatred.
Can you smell that? That's your mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
I would shit myself if I was Grace in that fucking moment. Holy crap!
Real.
Do you want to play with me?
There's still silence, as if she's sort of frozen in the vent. I don't exactly know what a crawl space is. I'm basically treating it like the air vents that you crawl through in heist movies.
Yeah.
So you see Grace is doing a Die Hard right now.
I mean, yeah, crawl spaces are typically like underneath a house, but yeah,
But
I'm
yeah, no,
I
I guess this old manor has Die Hard air vents all throughout it.
Excuse me, this is a Halloween episode, not a Christmas
Hang
episode.
on. There's a thing in front of the door. Hang on.
What? Huh?
Hang on, I gotta help my housemate with this thing.
Oh god.
How's it going, everyone? How we finding this episode?
To be real, I feel like the only character that's like genuinely scary in like a roleplay way is Delilah. He's
Yeah,
creepy.
I hate
The
everything
voice.
that
The
is being
voice.
said.
Voice.
And the, can you smell that? That's your mummy.
Mommy and
Oh,
Dad,
Daddy.
I'd be gone.
I
Goodbye.
God, I physically pass away in my air vent. I'm gonna get
Okay.
my God.
She's in the
My
vent.
housemate
Is she
needs to
venting?
untouch
She's
this thing.
venting. Oh my God.
She's venting.
Okay, everyone, she's still silent. She's still frozen there in the vent. You're at the sort of opening of this. Are you staying at the opening or are you going in?
I would like to stop right at the opening so that she can see my little feet.
Your toes.
And then is it like kind of, how big is the opening?
I suppose it's got a grate over it, but you're small enough to push through the bars of the grate without even taking it off.
Okay.
It's quite small, but it's like you-sized.
Delilah is going to stop in front of the grate and say,
I'm so anxious for this kid.
Anything you say is going to be horrifying.
It's gonna be terrifying.
your mommy and daddy are going away now. Do you want to be alone with me? Because I want to play. And if you don't play with me, your brother's gonna go away too. Will you come play with me?
You hear a shuffling towards the grate of the vent, and because you're just standing so she can just see your little porcelain feet, you can't see her there yet, but you hear a shuffling towards the grate.
Come on, Gracie. We're gonna have so much fun. And I, potter away, just, out of view.
The grate sort of clicks, starts to push open.
Come on. Just down this way. And then I sort of lead the way out of the attic.
I don't know how to do this because there isn't a mechanic for this in this game.
Be a joke, you joke. Halloween episode, why is it
A hand reaches out and grabs you and pulls you into the vent.
I don't like this.
You're being sort of jostled around. You can't see what's happening. It feels like you're moving at speed through the vents.
She said, "Let's play, bitch."
and you're sort of thrown, and you sort of skitter to a stop and look up, and you're somewhere in the vents. You're not quite sure where, and you can't see Grace again.
Damn, she's a sneaky
But
little...
somewhere in the dark of the vents, and from somewhere out in the vents, you hear echoing little.
Oh, she flipping
This
around!
freaking strange, creepy child.
the Antichrist, the real joke is she's also a monster like us.
How many rounds are we in? How far are we into it?
3?
We're at midnight, but because you've gotten rid of everyone else, the round structure is sort of breaking away. I think we are sort of breaking out of this into sort of finale territory, so you can just do things.
We're improvising now.
Yes.
We just want to pause so you can make a full D&D sheet so you can have a 1v1 fight against Grace.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2-part episode, actually.
It's just going to be us against this little girl.
Oh, God. Wait, so has everyone else done their action? Or is the demon still got a go?
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you? But I mean, we're here. Currently, you're away from the others, isolated in the vents. So, what are you doing?
A big bad daughter. That's what gags me.
I don't know. I didn't anticipate this. I mean, not that I really had a plan. I totally had a plan. I knew what I was doing all along.
For sure.
I want to walk. I don't care what direction. I don't know where I am. I want to start walking through the vents and like trailing my hand along the side so it makes that like creepy noise. I'm just trying to be generally creepy. And I want to say, that wasn't very nice. I think your brother is gonna go away for a while. But that's okay. You still have me and all of our friends.
You sort of get to the end of this track event, and you sort of come to a T intersection, and you lean slightly forward to look down one way, and quite far down that way, a grate looks out into, you can't tell what the room is, but a bright yellow and orange glow is coming in through that vent, sort of casting this area of the crawl space in sort of flickering orange light. And you look down the other way, and quite far back, cloaked in shadow, so you can't see much detail, a shape is filling up the entire width of the vent. And she says,
"Thought you wanted to play a game."
I do. I want to play with you.
The two baddest bitches in school when they have a fight.
Creepy each other. What's
Really said, you want to go, bitch?
Fucking go.
I really just want Delilah to break out and be like, okay, bitch, you want to scrap?
I will claw her fucking eyes out. Don't even.
So you're
as a child. We were just get them out.
You're just kind of frozen in place there, and she's frozen there. Do you think it's you or her that moves first?
Oh, I think I start moving towards her, but then she goes and she moves first. Like
you start moving, and as soon as she sees motion, she starts like bounding down the vent towards you and just kind of bodies you down towards the flame end. And when you're like clawing at her eyes, Demon, what are you up to? You're out.
Are you ever going to run a one shot where we just don't have like the Antichrist trying to kill us?
Yeah.
Demon, you're out somewhere else in the house, unaware of that happening, but you can sort of smell smoke coming from the western wing. What are you doing? And you can hear the car alarm outside.
I hear the car. I would assume that I would have heard. You'd think you'd hear the sound of a body hitting the car.
Yes,
so
you heard something
that
crash into the car, and the car alarm went off.
I'm going to thoroughly assume that means one of the family members is fucking dead. So,
Jack.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's out of the house either way.
Yeah, at least he died out of the bounds of the house. He won't be stuck here for eternity.
Now he's gonna go to hell. Like old Christian go. I don't know some of the Christianity jokes today, but they'll just.
This is the official opinion of the Spice of Dice podcast.
Don't think. Okay,
So, Demon, what are you up to?
My character is unaware that the Antichrist is just running around this house.
Those burning bodies.
You know that a fire's started.
Yeah, can you put
Okay,
out the fire so I don't burn down for you?
There's just so much shit. Can I ask for the aid of the poltergeist? Do you think I could like ask the poltergeist to like maybe like burst a pipe or something?
Yeah, I'll say Demon and Poltergeist, you both, or Demon and Pastor, you both arrive on the scene.
What a duo.
Duo.
Favorite sitcom
like
couple.
Batman and Robin.
the sort of Demon bounds in, and another window shatters, and the curtains fly open as the orb of blue light that is the Pastor comes careening in. Both of you see that a fire has started on the sort of main bed, and there are two. You can see two forms in there, increasingly blackened, but not necessarily entirely gone within those flames. What are you doing?
The best fire out with water.
Yeah, so what I was gonna say is like, hey, Pastor, kind of don't want our home to burn down. You think there's any like mainline pipes maybe behind the walls? If you could burst one of those, get the flames out, that would be awesome.
I can simply just fill pots and pans if they brought any, or did they only bring, live, laugh, love signs? Like, I'm not sure what the situation is.
Yeah, they did bring pots and pans, but they prioritized live, laugh, love signs. I think the pots and pans, because she got frightened before she brought them in, they'll still be out in the car.
No.
I don't know. Have we established if any of you are able to get out of the house as far as the car?
We never. I don't think we ever spoke about that.
It cursed land, so I guess.
Yeah, are we trapped?
Oh yeah, I'll say you can try to get out to the car to get the pots and pans, but it will require passing into the hex ring around the house, and that it'll be a strain to be straying through against the curse.
Say you could just empty a suitcase and then fill that with water.
Yes.
We have a backyard, yes. Does it have a hose? We can just...
Well,
No,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm a poltergeist. Can I not just waterbend it?
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You're not fucking.
Just any source of water everywhere, because I just make shit fly.
Okay, yeah. So all the taps in the house turn on and start sinks and stuff start to fill up with water, and you start to try and levitate all that water, tendrils of water towards the fire. I'm gonna say roll 3d6, and Demon, are you giving aids on this?
Yeah, because I guess like this is my idea. So
yeah, so roll 4d6 and take the highest. And you're not scaring anyone, but this is the mechanic of the game. So I'll say,
Mio, do you want me to roll while you undo your hair?
On that.
Roll.
So yeah, roll 4d6 and take the highest.
Oh, that's double sixes.
Oh,
3 6s.
3 6s.
Hell yeah. I wish I was joking. 3 6s.
Okay. That's 666. You're a terror incarnate. The target will to remain as removed from the game, but you're not using this to attack someone. So instead, it's super effective. All the water in the house snakes through these tendrils through the air, in through all the windows and doors, and douses these flames. And the two targets, the mother and the father, are there, charred and blackened and twitching, but twitching, so not all the way dead. You have time to get them out of the house before they die.
So land on the car, like with the to run them out a window.
I mean, I'll say with the 666, what happens to them? What do you do to them to get them out of the house before they die?
Can I so with the water still, just kind of like carry them with the water, like they're being like way by a stream sort of vibe, and just out of the house.
The tendrils of water sort of coalesce into essentially a physical form for the pastor. What does the pastor's water elemental form look like?
Jesus.
You carry them out on a magic carpet.
Yeah, they coalesce into a like water rendition of Jesus, sort of an inverse Jesus or water Jesus walking on ground.
Inverse Jesus.
Water Jesus, and that's a perfect I can get behind.
And water Jesus walks over and picks up the father and just like gets him over the shoulder and overarm hurls him through the window.
As he walks by the kitchen, all the bottles of wine turn back into water.
That'll probably be good for them.
They're gonna fucking die.
It's not going to be. They're not going to have an opportunity to drink any bottles of wine they bought with them. They're going to be dead. But he's hurled out through the window and doesn't get an opportunity to die from, immolation because he just hits the ground outside at a weird angle and his body sort of crumples back in itself.
I was thinking of
his back is at a right angle to itself.
Rather throwing them from the window, but that's fine.
Landed that crumpled son on the top of a car.
And you, this is a different angle of the house, and you pick up the mother as well to throw her. And at that moment, the grate in this room is knocked clean out and hits Water Jesus in the back of the head as the daughter comes careening out of the vents, locked in mortal combat with your friend Delilah, the doll. And they land together in the charred, blackened remains of the mattress.
Probably the full martial artist fight.
It's not like a martial artist fight. They're like eyeing each other. Delilah has her tiny little porcelain hands clawing at Grace's eyes. Grace is trying to slam Delilah against things. The rest of you, since the demon, the pastor, and Water Jesus are in this room, and Cassandra is in this room, the rest of you see this as the two of them land in the mattress in the middle of the room, as Water Jesus was preparing to hurl the mother out the room, but is hit in the back of the head by a grate and falls and drops the mother, the sort of form of Water Jesus starting to come apart.
Can we intercede? You know what's gonna happen? Or Cassandra's gonna try and do two hands come out of literally nowhere and grab them both by the nape of the neck like kittens and just pull them apart. And Cassandra's gonna say, "Okay,
go like this."
I'm gonna go, "Okay, this is enough. I think you're obviously not a kid. The cat's out the bag. You're obviously not a little kid. Supernatural being to supernatural being. What the fuck are you? And what can we do to get you to leave our house?" What's
Not
up?
to
Piss off.
Yeah, she's now that you've sort of got her by the neck, she's sort of waving her hand, scrambling to try and get Delilah. Who are you anyway? Are you, where are these sounds coming from? Are you in the floor?
House. I saw the entire vent thing because I was the vent. Okay, and I can obviously tell you're not a little kid.
Oh, that's cool. So are you in the house, or are you the house? Are you like the spirit of the house?
Fucking cop. What's up with all the questions?
What are you?
That's cool.
She need to know.
She looks over and sees whatever form of the demon sort of crouched in the corner, and she looks over and sees water Jesus sort of staggering around trying to reform as the pastor tries to keep it together. And she sees her mother's blackened corpse on the ground.
She's not dead yet. She's not dead yet. She's not a corpse yet. She's still kind of breathing.
And she looks around and goes,
kind of breathe.
"Huh? What's going on with the water one? Is that? Are you Jesus? Is Jesus real?
Hey! We'll do the question asking around here. Now, who the hell are you? You're coming to our house. You put yourself in our domain, and you don't explain yourself. Come on, where's the courtesy?
I still wait shadowing in the vent. What the fuck? What are you? What?
I'm me. I'm a kid.
Yeah, no, we don't buy it.
You sure you don't act like one?
Just like throw her out the window or something. I don't care.
Yeah,
no, okay.
We don't know what she is.
Because I just gonna she's still picking up. I think she's put Delilah down, but she's still holding Grace by the nape of her neck, and she's just gonna wave her at the demon. He's gonna be like, can you sense any demonic energy from this kid? Is she one of you guys?
Demon, are you trying to sense demonic energy?
Yeah.
You cannot. She's looking over at you.
You guys obviously
are you a shadow or are you like a guy?
Young women.
What?
You don't recognize the evil that resides in young women. They don't know that place.
Jack's hands come out from the ground to cover Grace's ears, and it's gonna be like, you need to stop with this misogynist rhetoric, Pastor, or I will evict you. Okay.
I mean, I'm not into the sexism so much. It kind of upsets me a little bit, actually. But he is right about some things. I mean, I am full of evil.
We may be creatures of horrific origin, but we have our morals sometimes, you know?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Look,
sometimes.
Murder of an entire family, I can tolerate, but misogyny,
yeah, that's not okay.
Guys, I'm gonna be real. I don't think we can kill this one because I think we might unleash a great evil or something.
Yeah.
Even though she is just a
and
they lived happily ever after.
And as you're all having this conversation about what to do with this kid that you just have now, I guess you remember that you forgot about the mother. You look over, and the withered corpse rather is finally
crispy.
Stopped moving, and from her. A sort of spectral form goes and lifts up out of the back of the mother and looks over to all of you and says, "What is happening in this?"
I thought you were playing with her.
And Grace looks up and says, "Oh, hey, Mom, you all right?"
Okay.
Then is the kid already dead?
The kid's just a kid. The kid's just a fucked up kid.
Are you being real right now?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Cassandra, one of her arms goes back into the floorboards, and then she comes out with a pamphlet and passes it to the ghost of the mom and is like, "Here are the house rules. I'm cool. We don't have a curfew, but if you have guests, I need them out by a certain time. Okay? I understand you have a child. If she's quiet by 8 p.m., that'd be great."
A child.
And we fade down on the scene, and it's the next morning. Dawn has
the fucking child
is rising over this house, and you successfully expelled some of this family from taking over your house, but your little party has, maybe against your will, grown a little larger.
It turns out the real family was here all along.
And as the creatures of the night return to slumber, there is one member of the household is still awake, as one for the first time in many millennia, of the creatures of the night residing here is a living human girl, Grace, who can stay awake in the day and leave the bounds of the building, steps outside and looks over and sees the body of her brother on top of the car, having caved in the bonnet. The car alarm has stopped now. His sort of eyes being pecked out by crows, and giggles and sort of skips over towards him. And I guess that's the end of the one shot.
First day of school. No.
She really is just a fucked up little child.
And I guess the real haunted house were the friends we made along the
I'm talking logistics here now. You live in the middle of a forest. This small child cannot drive. How?
You don't know that.
How is he going to get
That's
through?
one of the dead bodies, and then Poltergeist could power the car. If we really wanted to do our
That's true.
Okay,
outside of the chill.
I mean, this is just a sitcom waiting to happen. We've just created a sitcom premise.